What's up, Wikimaniacs? We've got a lot of long stories today, so we're going to hit the intro quick. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
What's going on, Wikimaniacs? Welcome back to another Am I the Asshole Friday. I'm your host, Josh. Joined with me are John and Sean. What's going on, boys?
Hello.
To do Szechuan. Your name.
Szechuan
Sean
Sean.
Salvino, baby.
Yeah, so huge thank you to everyone who showed up to our live stream last Saturday to celebrate our 4-year anniversary. We appreciated everyone who showed up or listened to it afterwards. We appreciate you as well. Huge shout out to the people that called in for the first time ever.
Takes a lot of guts.
Takes a lot
It
of
does.
guts.
Thank you for your bravery and vulnerability.
Yes, and for sticking with us through the, albeit few technical difficulties, but very few
Josh killed it, guy.
as far as things went. So,
It was smooth.
yeah, we appreciate that. And then big thanks to everyone who signed up for the new $15 tier,
I can't thank you enough.
where we will be continuing to do live call-in shows every month, longer form gaming streams as well,
Mhm.
and discounts to the Reddit on Wiki shop. So if that sounds interesting to you, or you just want day early ad-free episodes, you can head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network and choose the tier that works for you.
But the $15 tier is the one that's going to make us crumb. All right?
Inside joke for the live.
For the
You can
live.
watch the live.
Crumb
That might-
shots for
yeah.
$15, baby. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I guess I should announce, if you've missed the live, it is on Spotify and like
Mhm.
wherever you listen to Patreon or
It's not too
the
late.
podcast. So you can check it out.
Highly
wherever.
advise watching the YouTube, our gaming stream, even if you don't like games. We played a scary game, so a lot of screaming if you like
Sean's
that.
sound bites are the best, people.
There was a lot of screaming. Yes. So go check that out wherever you listen to podcasts. And then if you want to watch the gaming stream, that's only on YouTube and Patreon. But finally, our new Honka Honka merch is live
Mm.
at redditonwikishop.com. Designed by Rachel in our Discord chat. You can now rep this very cute Honka Honka merch. It was actually more wholesome than the story that actually
They said
originated.
wholesome honka honka merch couldn't be made, and Rachel said that.
And Rachel did it. So we appreciate that, Rachel. Are you ready to hop into the stories today? We kept it pretty brief in the intro here because I truly don't know how long some of these will take because
Yeah.
they are very long. So let's hop into the first one here. This one is cross-posted by Interesting Shirt 897.
Oh, what a
Goat?
run.
Goat?
I mean,
I think we got to at this point. It's been
I
like 3
remember
weeks.
them now, so I think you do have to hit the button, baby. Oh,
Welcome to the Goat Club. Interesting Shirt.
Whoa.
you've been goated.
We appreciate you cross-posting stories. Title for this one is, Am I the asshole for telling my husband I'll divorce him if he doesn't stop ignoring our daughter?
no.
No. Why the hell is your husband ignoring the daughter?
Great
Crazy
question.
work.
Okay, so me and my husband, 46 female and 49 male, have a 17-year-old daughter who's leaving for college soon. But my husband's been ignoring her since her senior award ceremony back in mid-April.
Sheesh.
And
Months
this was
ago.
posted recently?
Yeah, this is pretty recent.
Damn.
I want to say within the last week. Or it might even be today that we're recording. Yeah,
Holy
it's within the last 24 hours.
moly.
Yeah.
Okay, so like almost 3
months.
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband is someone who loves making noises for no reason. He hums, whistles, taps his fingers or a pen, claps, snaps, literally anything to make noises. He does this constantly. Our daughter also has misophonia and hates any kind of repetitive noises. This isn't just mild annoyance. She's in therapy and has been medicated in the past to try and cope with this. Her main trigger is especially pen clicking. My daughter is always either in her room or wearing headphones because my husband can't refrain himself from making noises that trigger her when she's around. The issue is, back in April, my daughter had an award ceremony because she was in the top 10% of her graduating class. During the ceremony, my husband brought along a pen and kept making noises with it during the whole ceremony. He was clicking it, snapping the metal clip over and over, and drumming it on the edge of his seat. I told him several times to stop, but he just told me it wasn't a big deal. It was a big deal because the ceremony was held in a small gym with a loud echo, so the sound was very loud. Everyone could hear it, and he did it the whole time. During the speeches, the awards being handed out, the pledge, and the alma mater speech.
I'm surprised nobody else was like, shut the fuck
fuck
up.
I'm wondering if this person is neurodivergent, if the dad is, because that's my form of stimming. Sometimes I do click on a lot of things just so I feel some sort of soothing. But then if someone tells me like, hey, or if I know someone has a, what is it,
Misophonia?
Yeah, if someone told me like, hey, I have this condition, I'm gonna try to prevent myself from doing it, but sometimes it might happen and it might just slip. So
Sure.
I'm just curious if this has been disclosed in the story or not.
My thing day to day, I can understand it when you're like absentmindedly doing something.
Mhm.
But it's like he brought a pen to the ceremony. Like, why
Also,
do
he
that?
knows his daughter is in therapy for this.
That's why. That's the thing for me.
And-
That's the deal breaker for me.
And it was a thing honoring your daughter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My daughter was sitting next to us before she got called up and kept asking her dad to stop, but he told her to be quiet.
Ooh.
Ironic. When she was called up and he kept doing it, she kept glaring at us from on top of the platform and mouthing at us to stop. My husband only stopped after the ceremony and the students were released back to their seats. My daughter didn't talk to her dad for the rest of the night, and in the morning he called her rude for not talking to him after he took off work to attend the ceremony. She blew up at him and said he ruined it because she couldn't be happy during the ceremony because of his noises.
Mhm.
She said she hated how he couldn't stop for 5 minutes when it's an important event.
Mhm.
Since then, my husband's been ignoring her and refusing to help with college packing and preparing. A few days ago, he said he doesn't think we should pay for the last bit of her tuition because of her attitude problem towards him,
What the
and that she needs to
fuck?
learn that her actions have consequences. I blew up at him and said, I'm going to divorce him if he doesn't grow up and apologize to our daughter.
Yeah.
I said that he was the one who was rude for making noises at our daughter, that our daughter can't stand at her award ceremony, and for ignoring her when she was rightfully mad. I also said that he'd been insane for wanting to make her pay for college because she doesn't have that kind of money, and we had always promised her that we'd cover it if she got it down to under $5,000 a year. And her, in brackets, her yearly tuition cost is roughly $2,500 a year with all her scholarships.
Oh, yeah.
He's now refusing to directly talk with either of us, but is still making comments about not paying tuition with his money and that I'd have to use my salary to cover it.
What the fuck?
The whole house is tense, and I'm wondering if I was actually the asshole for threatening divorce. We were both raised Catholic, and even though we don't practice anymore, divorce is still something we always agreed is a last case in a major situation and not petty arguments. So am I the asshole?
No,
No.
not the asshole at all. And the only reason why I brought that up earlier and asking if this person has some sort of neurodivergence, because I have that. And I also have RLS, like restless leg syndrome.
Yeah.
There's situations where I'm sitting down where you can hear my feet tapping the whole time. So I can't help it. I can't help but move my legs all the time, or I gotta be tapping something just to soothe myself in a situation. But I am an adult in a situation where if I feel that I'm distracting people, I'm going to go to the back of the room or go outside, just be like, all right, I need to calm myself, regulate myself.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, this father is a whole ass adult as well. The kid asks you to please honor my day. Let me have my fucking shine here. Can you just shut the fuck up for
Yeah.
like 30 minutes and let me get the attention and let me get the praise that I deserve? And the whole like not talking to your parent or not talking to your kid, not talking to your wife about the situation, bro, grow the fuck up. And I would not be surprised if one, your daughter's no longer contacting you ever, and if your wife leaves your ass, because you deserve to be alone at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Big time acting like a child. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, how are you not embarrassed when your daughter is making eye contact with you
Mhm.
and mouthing the word stop while on the podium where everyone is watching her be embarrassed of you? That's crazy. That's crazy to do that and then continue going.
Yep.
And then, you know, OP is saying stop. Your daughter is saying stop. I'm sure people around you are
They're just
sending
respectfully like
glares
not
and
saying
glances.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, if you don't shut the fuck up. So
Mhm.
it's just like, I don't know how many signs you need to just like be quiet. And if you really can't control it, then maybe step out and have your wife record it or FaceTime you or
Mhm.
something. You know, because again, I don't know what that's like to like if you can't control it, then you can't control it. But you could control where you're at. You could control, your location and shit like that. So I don't know. There were a lot of options, mainly being shut the fuck up. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The single issue alone is maybe like the tapping itself is not like the petty argument. The petty argument is that like for 3 to 4 months, you've parented alone. I think that's more so because like when you look at it, like you're like, oh man, I don't want to get a divorce over a petty argument. He ignored your kid for 4 months. I don't know how petty argument that is.
That's crazy,
and now he's no longer talking to you directly. I don't know how petty that is. That's more so just like negligence. I don't know. So I would say, as a Catholic, divorce really does feel like really like I'd rather not, like I'd rather fix it. But also 4 months of ignoring your kid. I don't care if your kid is fucking 30. You know what I mean?
But it also requires both partners to want to fix it. And he just doesn't sound like he wants to even try.
He sounds very uncompromising.
Yeah.
So,
for sure. That and you're going to set up your kid for, a bunch of debt growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you're negging on an agreement you already made. You said, hey, if you work hard, get scholarships and get your yearly tuition under 5, we got you.
Yeah.
She pulled her end of the bargain.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think your husband's a real asshole, and I don't think anybody would be mad if he did divorce.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And like, I think you guys covered the most part of it. For me, it's like him knowingly bringing the pen to the ceremony, knowing that's his daughter's trigger.
That's selfish as fuck. Yeah.
If you were just tapping or humming, that's not echoing throughout the entire auditorium. Clicking a pen is a very distinct noise and does echo. It's like you could have easily just not brought that, still been like stimming, like tapping your legs or like humming or
get a fucking fidget spinner, no?
Or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
there's like clicking, there's clicky items that doesn't make that much noise.
Sure. Yeah. There's a million other ways you could have gone about this, but bringing the specific thing that triggers your daughter to her event that's celebrating her is like, I think you're purposely being an asshole at this point.
I agree.
Like you're going out of your way to do it. And so, yeah, it just, that was the one thing that just kept gnawing at me. It's just like, why do that? And so on to your initial question of like, does the father have, diagnosed, something like that? And so STL Mindy said, sounds like the husband might need some therapy of his own if he can't stop doing it during important moments and in public. To which OP responded and said he refuses, saying he just likes to make noise and doesn't have any other mental problems. My husband is against therapy because he believes in a toughen up mindset, but I've been able to overrule him in that regard since I'm the one that takes the kids to the doctors. My daughter's been in and out of different types of therapy since she was 10 for different issues, most of which we are all agreed to stem from her misophonia.
Yeah, he's just a selfish bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's unwilling to change, unwilling to try for you or your daughter.
Confirmed on the uncompromising personality of this guy.
Yeah.
So
I don't think you'd be the asshole for actually following through with the divorce.
Not at all.
And definitely not for threatening it.
Next time he clicks a pen, slide a fucking divorce paper under it.
Sign this, bitch.
Sign it, bitch.
Let's move on to the next one here. This was posted on Best of Redditor Updates, so there will be updates.
Ooh.
Posted originally by Britt Turnip, and the title is, Am I the asshole for not banning my wife's dog from our home, even though my son is suddenly allergic to it?
You got to give that kid up for adoption, unfortunately.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Again, allergies are fake, so I think I think
exposure to that puppy, baby.
Two different sides of unhinged. Crazy.
What you need to do, parent, grab your dog's toe beans and get your child and get your spawn and be like, sniff this.
Hold
and
them
stay
down.
there for 8 hours straight. Sniff it all. Sniff and inhale the Fritos. You will be cured.
Did you call them Fritos?
Dog paws smells like Fritos.
Interesting.
It's the best smell ever.
Never made that correlation, but
well, I don't think I've ever been in there.
I get
we gotta hold Sean
I get
down.
sniff aggression every time I sniff my dogs.
All right, so I think you guys both went
Yeah,
Not
fuck that kid, bro. Like,
you went and allergies are fake, and then dogs.
I know we
are,
just fucking flamed that guy for saying tough it out, but I feel like this kid could actually just tough it out.
we're actually doing a 180 on that story now.
I think that was
allergies are
actually
my-
okay.
yeah, pet allergies are my peanut allergy, Sean.
They're fake.
I will not back down with that.
And all allergies are Sean's peanut allergy. All right. So I have a son from my first marriage that I have 50-50 custody of, and we alternate every week. My now wife used to work in another state, and she has 2 daughters. We dated long distance, and I would see her every other week when I traveled for work. My son has met her and her daughters many, many times, and we moved slowly. We only married after the kids were okay with it. My wife finally got a new job here 3 months ago, and we bought a house together in the same city my son and I live in. Her kids are still adjusting to the move and are not super thrilled. The problem now is my ex, my son, and my wife's 6-year-old German Shepherd. My son has met this dog many times before and has had no issues before. Well, after we bought the house and my wife brought the dog here permanently, there has been a whole disaster. Remember that my son has seen this dog many times with no issues, and there is no known history of dog allergies. But now it seems he's having a mild reaction to the dog all of a sudden.
It's something in the house.
It could be, honestly, yeah.
Mildew or some shit.
It's some redness around his eyes and sniffling. An allergist has confirmed this.
Oh, never mind.
My ex has gone absolutely crazy, and in brackets more than usual, and refused to let my son over unless the dog is removed. She's also not approving the use of antihistamines if the reaction is bothering him. I ended up spending $40,000 to renovate our basement so that my son would have a living space that is totally separate from the dog. I also brought several air purifiers and vacuum and scrubbed everything every single day when he's home.
Oh boy, with a German Shepherd too, that's damn near impossible.
Well, I think he keeps them separate. So it's like, you get the basement.
Ew, brother, them motherfuckers shed like crazy.
They do. But the moment he complains of a possible reaction, my ex takes him back to her house, even though it's my custody time. Now it appears my son is listening to his mother and making ultimatums that he won't come over unless we get rid of the dog. You can see why this is difficult for me. My wife and stepdaughters are completely attached to their dog. My wife is beside herself and says she regrets buying the house together, but we are stuck with the house for a while because of financial reasons. I really thought the separate living area was a good compromise. It's much nicer than the rest of the house, and I'm down there the entire time he is. I'm just so sick of my ex constantly trying to ruin my life, and I refuse to put my wife and stepdaughter through something as traumatic as giving up their dog. My ex told me yesterday I was putting the dog over my son's needs, and it broke my heart.
I would too.
That is not what I'm doing, and it's killing me that he's hearing this from her. My son is 13, and I don't know how much longer I'll be able to force him to come live with me on my time. So am I the asshole here?
I'm going to go with no, because I feel like OP is doing what they need to do. I mean, they renovated a living space like crazy. They tried to make it as accommodating as possible. The kids are attached to the dog, and that is just sad, just fucking giving up an animal like that, right? That's traumatizing for a lot of people. So I think there was a lot of compromises made. I mean, it sucks that the ex, I mean, I get where the ex is coming from, because that is also like their child's safety, but the situation just sucks for OP in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, have you checked everything? It could be something in the house. I don't know. He saw the dog many times before, had no issues. It wasn't until the house that he got the issues. So I don't know. Maybe there's something there. But I will say this. What a sucky, shitty situation. Because spend $40,000. Like, you've compromised so much that you're like, yeah, let me spend $40,000 on the basement. And then the ex is like, yeah, he can't take a Zyrtec. That's just off limits.
He's also 13. It's not like if he was like 6 or 7, it's like, yeah, maybe you don't want to give them like reactant medication, or something like that. But
yeah, but
13 is
you could take allergy medicine at 13. I would think.
I think I took it at 13.
Yeah.
Question?
Yeah.
I might have missed this, but are they from like another state? Because I know when I moved to Texas, I never had allergies before, but all of a sudden I go here and ever since I lived here, I started developing seasonal. Does it say like how they moved around?
The son didn't move. It was his now wife and her 2 daughters that moved to them.
Oh,
But
okay.
what I will say is that you can grow into allergies. Like that is possible.
Oh,
I've definitely
okay.
grown into allergies. Like I used to not be allergic to, bees and wasps. And now if I get
Right.
stung, I swell up like a fucking potato. But so that is possible that he just, I don't know,
Developed it.
hit puberty and then developed these allergies. That's a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, after the $40,000 spend, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard to tell your kid, like, your dad doesn't give a shit about you. Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like he just spent $40,000 to try and figure out a solution.
Mhm.
But it sounds like maybe the kid is not buying that either, unfortunately.
Reddit did deem not the asshole.
Yeah.
And there are some relevant comments.
Okay.
So Old Head said, what in your custody agreement makes it okay that your wife has refused to allow your son to come over or refused to allow him to take an antihistamine or any other medication? What she seems to forget is she's no longer your wife, and while she has say over what does and does not happen with her child, she has no say in what goes on in your home. And as long as you are tending the safety and well-being of your child, like, I don't know, putting $40,000 addition for a separate living space. And then OP responded, the way it's written, both parents' consent is required for medical decisions. My ex also buys into a lot of conspiracy theories that my son is now starting to believe.
Oh, never mind.
no.
I take what I said about the X. The X is kind of crazy.
Yeah. There is, okay, another comment here, just to kind of clarify like what most people were thinking in the comments.
They're anti-vaxxer.
So half the revolution says, not the asshole, I think. It seems like his allergies are pretty mild and you've gone above and beyond to accommodate it. He's 13, not a little kid. He can take medication if he gets the sniffles. It's not really fair for your wife to have to get rid of her dog for some sneezes.
Yep.
However, if his allergy is more serious than you're letting on, it's more of a problem. Regardless, your ex is being an asshole. She should not be interfering so heavily, and she should not be doing so by playing up the issue to your son and making him upset with you over it.
Yeah, that's the major thing.
Yeah, it's like don't weaponize your child.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
can't be like, see, he doesn't like you. He doesn't care about you. He likes the dog more than you.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, cool it. He spent $40,000 for me specifically.
He's trying to figure out solutions, and the easiest solution is
Take a
buying
Zyrtec.
$10 medication that you can take daily or something like that.
I
And it's
wonder
like,
if she's trying to get rid of or find a way to make sure that she gets full custody so they get some sort of what do you call it? Child support or even an increase in child support. I wonder if
Yeah.
that's the move that they're trying to do.
Oh, one thing for anybody, if you're listening and you're allergic to your own pet, we used to use an Allerpet. It's like a spray, and you like wipe them down with this dander.
Oh, yeah.
It helps keep the dander. Yeah, I don't know. It helps with allergies and the pets. Like if we have somebody allergic coming over, we of course clean the house deeply, but then on the pets themselves, we'll spray this Allerpet and wipe it in their fur and stuff. Pretty good. Not a sponsor.
not a sponsor. Could be, though. Could be.
It should be.
All right. Let's move on to the update. This is 9 months from the original post.
Mm.
So after discussing it with my wife, we made the heartbreaking decision to let someone else adopt the dog. Because
God damn it!
Fuck.
Yeah, because we didn't want my son to feel like we picked the dog over him. My stepdaughters were devastated, but were very understanding.
How
My son
old were
was-
the stepdaughters?
He doesn't say, I don't think.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter what age. And no
Yeah.
matter what age, it's hard to lose a dog.
It would be traumatizing as a 31-year-old.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it.
Asshole.
So my son resumed seeing me as per the schedule, and it seemed to be working out. Until Christmas, when my ex bought a dog for her family, and my son is freely taking antihistamines now without any complaint.
I
Fuck
fucking
that ex, bro.
see what I'm saying? The zero compromise on that
Yeah.
is crazy.
I'd be like, I don't feel comfortable with him taking antihistamines now.
Yeah, I think I would pull the exact same shit, John.
Mhm.
Well, it's tough that because you're also weaponizing him. So it's like, I don't know. It's such
Well,
a
you're not telling him, oh my God, she's choosing the dog over you. You're just telling her, I'm not comfortable. I mean, did you ask me? We both have to be on the same page for
Yeah.
medical.
To take that, yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
fucking pissed.
And you never asked me.
I'd be pissed.
No.
This is obviously not going over well with my wife and stepdaughters. The kids are fighting nonstop with my son, who is not even being remotely remorseful. My wife is incredibly upset and angry, and I feel like a fool who fell for the very cruel trick. I talked to my son about this, who seems to avoid the subject. My ex has basically been very rude and flippant about the whole thing. My stepdaughters have said they'll never forgive my son, and I'm just here left wondering, how do I salvage this?
You get your dog back.
It's hard to do, I think.
I don't know.
Right?
Fuck. I think I hate the kid now.
Yeah, fuck that kid.
He sure seems like he sucks if he's not regretful or remorseful at all.
Yeah. Family therapy isn't an option because my ex opposes therapy. I'm saving to change our custody order because my ex is abusing clauses that lets her deny certain medical treatments she disagrees with. I'm also feeling very betrayed by my son. I know he's being caught in the middle, but his subsequent attitude has been very disappointing.
See what I mean? Always choose the pet.
Your dog will never betray you.
Your dog will never betray you.
There's a couple, there's a relevant comment that OP responds to here as well. So
I'm angry.
Dive into this. Polite Cranberry says, yeah, this kid needs therapy. Family therapy may be good for the half that can get it in the meantime so they can process their loss. He is devious in pain, and I'm concerned mom may be refusing therapy because she is purposely poisoning/manipulating the son against you, and a therapist would see right through that. He knows you don't want him to leave, so you'll avoid making him uncomfortable, which basically trains you to be a doormat. Have you spoken directly with your son about this? He needs to understand the gravity of what his actions have caused, so please don't minimize you or your family's feelings about this while speaking to him. He needs to understand the consequences of his action, and if he can't/won't/doesn't care, I'll just hope extra hard that the custody stuff works out so you can put him in therapy. To which OP responds and says, I have talked to him many times, and he knows how much it killed my wife and stepdaughters to let the dog go. I'm so disappointed with how remorseless he is, and I have no idea how I can bring this family together again. I know my ex is definitely manipulating him, but surely he would have some empathy for himself.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be like that first dad in the first story. I think I'm never speaking to this goddamn kid again. Fuck that teenager, man.
Go live with your mom. I don't care.
I don't give a shit anymore. You ruined my family dynamic, you little bitch.
I just don't know how he's allowed to take the medicine without
his
OP
consent,
agreeing.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think probably OP is probably like, I would rather my son like have his custody time with his ex. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, fuck all that.
You're a better person.
But I'm just like, I understand. He's probably looking at it from like, I want to try and parent equally, and I don't want to be an asshole, but
be an asshole.
You should be an asshole sometimes.
Be an asshole.
Eye for an eye.
All right. Here's an update 2 months after this update. So I decided to be stupid and petty and start legal proceedings to gain full custody based on my ex buying a dog. I said I didn't want my son on, quote, toxic medication.
Here we go.
Like she did, but I honestly just wanted revenge. In response, my ex also gave her dog away. A month ago, my son moved out of my ex's house to my parents' house, and he said he wasn't going to live with neither my ex nor me. I went over really pissed because I thought this was him playing into my ex's schemes, and instead I sat and watched him cry and say that now everyone at both houses hate him and he's being bullied. And he included my ex and I as the ones bullying him. I felt like I was shot through my heart. I realized I had done exactly what I was accusing my ex of, using my son as a pawn in our conflict. When did I become this disgusting person, and how did I let myself become such a terrible father?
To be fair, to defend myself here, because I thought 100% the right move. Where the fuck was this remorse 3 seconds ago when we were reading the other update?
I will say, so if the ex wasn't in this scenario, I think this would have come out in therapy if he'd been allowed to go to therapy.
Yeah, for sure.
But he wasn't allowed. So in retrospect, it's like, I understand how this kid is probably dealing with a lot of emotions right now. And
I totally get why he's
yeah.
pissed and been like, yeah, I don't want to stay with either of y'all. Y'all both are just using me to get back at each other.
Mm-hmm.
But you couldn't have said anything during this whole time. You could have been, I mean, again, I don't want to blame the 13-year-old. He's obviously he's innocent in most of this.
The way I give no shits about the kid in this situation, the dog,
crazy.
2 dogs' lives have been affected. You fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, that's where I'm like, I feel like therapy would have fixed a lot of this. And his ex was
I hate that
not allowing
the
the kid to go to it. to work out his emotions, which is
Yeah.
selfish, shitty, and I don't blame the kid for hating his mom. He's kind of, I don't know why he hates. Well, he hates the dad because the mom put a bunch of shit in his head. It's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
And then-
mean,
And then
He
Yeah,
is
it's-
stuck in the middle,
yeah,
unfortunately.
he
Yeah.
is. He is.
I mean, it just takes. I mean, I don't want to blame the 13-year-old, but I'm just like, if you had showed any remorse at all, I feel like this wouldn't. I mean, and again, I really don't want to blame the kid. I have a hard time saying the kid, but it's just like a total attitude shift to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You went
Fuck
from like,
that kid, Sean. Blame
yeah, you say it
that
for me.
bastard.
because it's just like he went from like, yeah, you did give away your dog, okay,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah, to now being like, well, wait a second.
You made
So it's
mom
just-
give up her dog. It's like,
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know. It's a strange because I feel like I would have felt used immediately, but again, maybe the mom has custody more than maybe it's not like a 50-50 split. So maybe
no, it's 50-50. Said at
Oh.
the beginning.
so she's just really good at manipulating. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and she would take him from his house when he would get like any sort of mild
Reaction. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
So.
she goes turn around and gets a dog herself.
Yeah. All right. So his face was filled with so much hurt and sadness. He was already getting shit at my home from my stepdaughters, and I'd managed to make the kids at my ex's house to dislike him too. What I'd interpret as being remorseless was actually him putting up walls because he was feeling attacked. I'm so ashamed of myself. My dad told me he was very disappointed in my actions last week, and I sat in my car and wept. I'm disappointed in myself too. I created a meditation appointment with my ex, and she actually participated. She also seemed to be in full regret. We came to an agreement to stop fucking up our son's happiness just because we were assholes. But I'm not sure we can salvage the situation with our son. He's cut both my ex and me off completely, and I can't even blame him. I just had to get this out, and I haven't been able to sleep for a while now. I've tried calling my son again today, and he's actually answered this time. He told me he hated me. To hear your child say he hates you and actually mean it is the worst feeling in the world. That's the end. Sorry to
That
sit on
kid's
it.
So
gonna
I
have
know-
a
I
lot
know-
of issues, bro.
a lot of times we're like, you know, we are not parents, and never has it been more evident than this story. I mean, wow, we were wrong on all sides.
Yeah.
We really would have fucked this kid up if we were in charge.
Well, you would have done the exact same thing, I think.
I
which
mean, we would
been-
have done it earlier. We would have ripped the Band-Aid off quick. We would have fucked this kid up fast.
immediate. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess yeah, everybody sucks here. I mean, I've been hating to say it, but 13-year-old child included. Yeah, I mean, I truly don't know what the ex's issue was from the beginning, because if you had just let him take a fucking Zyrtec in story one,
Yeah.
there is no more updates. There is nothing else. The guy spent $40,000 on a basement purifiers, does not let the dog down there. I mean, as a, you know, if you see your ex do that, what more do you want to see from them?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, truly the ex started it with the fucking,
For sure. The pettiness. of it all.
yeah, like being
Well,
like,
she's-
you have to
she's-
get rid of the dog.
She started it, then escalated after they got rid of a dog, and then got her own
And
dog.
then got another fucking
Mhm.
dog, which is,
Yeah.
why would you bring, you know, not even a year later.
Yeah.
I mean, that if that doesn't feel like rubbing it in the face, then I don't know what it is. So truly the ex is unhinged and crazy, I think. Conspiracy theorists, I wish they dug more into that. I want to know which one she believes in. But yeah, I mean, that sucks because truly, I think a Zyrtec, one single Zyrtec in the beginning of this could have solved everything.
Yeah, I'm fully on board with what Sean is saying, and yeah, the X to me is the most evil in this scenario. I think OP stooped to X's level a little bit, and then the son or the kid became like the consequential asshole in this scenario. Because at the end of the day, that kid was trapped between two parents. You know,
Mhm.
yes, it would have been nice if they showed remorse immediately. I mean, but then again, they're teenagers. There's so much shit that's going through their head. All the puberty changes, hormonal changes in their bodies. I mean, a lot of teenagers are shitheads,
Yeah.
me being included. So I can understand that situation. But yeah, there's two adults in this scenario that should have worked it out, and it shouldn't have bled over to the, you know, the kids and the rest of the family and the dogs.
So I think going forward, it's like try and get your parents to, you know, start getting him into therapy, and then maybe
Mhm.
family therapy with you and your ex and your son in the future might be the best way to bring that together. And hopefully she's open to that.
Is there such thing as co-parent therapy where you're not a couple, but you
Well,
co-parent?
I feel family therapy would cover that, right?
Oh, does
you
that
are
cover that?
technically
Okay.
a family. It's just you're still like parents to this child, so you're a
Yeah.
family. And then you can hopefully work on some sort of proper communication skills between you two, and not fuck your kid up.
Damn, imagine how lonely this kid feels. Everyone hates them at all fronts, and then the mother and the father are using them as pawns to their scheme. You know?
Yeah.
It's fucking sad. I just hope this kid does seek help, and I hope they, get better relationships growing up, because I would not blame them if they have a hard time, because this is a shitty situation for them.
Oh, for sure. All right. So that was a long one, and I had a shorter one, but we're running on time, so I'm going to just jump to the next long one here.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
do it.
So this one's cross-posted by Writing Giraffe
Oh yeah.
on our subreddit, r/Reddit on Wiki. Title for this one is, am I the asshole for getting on a flight home when my 2 young coworkers I was traveling with weren't at the airport yet, and we're obviously going to miss it?
Bye. The fuck? I'm gonna get my ass home.
John would leave our ass, Sean.
Yeah.
We know
$1,000.
Your
this.
lack of preparation is not my problem.
He did this to me in the airport. He said,
I fucking
"Peace
left
out,
his
I'm
ass
going to the
TSA
fast
flight.
line."
I'm like, I'm cut. Josh, I leave my mother behind. Right? Think I care?
yeah, I knew where John was going to stand with this title. So
Fuck that, bro. I mean, you said they're coworkers?
yeah.
They're grown enough to figure that shit out themselves.
What are you saying, Sean?
Probably not. I imagine he sent maybe a call or a text, and really after that, what more can you do?
Okay, so this past week, I was presented with an industry award in Nashville that an agency partner nominated me for. I'm a
Congrats.
director at my company. My company decided to send 2 junior level employees to the event as well because they thought it would be good experience for them. It was a specialist who's been with us a little over a year, who's 25 female, this is her first job out of college, and a summer intern, 21 female, who is a rising senior. They are not on my team, and I have very limited to no interaction with them in a daily work life. They were very excited to be going. This was going to be the specialist's first time on a plane. Lots of Teams chat, asking what to wear, etc. We were flying on Thursday morning and leaving Friday evening, so it was a very short trip. I tried to help share info about the event, like the types of attendees, the awards, receptions, presentations that will be Thursday night with a country western theme. Then I was speaking on a panel Friday morning. There's so much I could say, but I'll highlight the key points and then give a point-by-point basis. So point 1, the specialist barely made the Thursday morning flight because she didn't have real ID and had to do extra screening. She had no idea what a real ID was or the basic rules of flying, aka liquid restrictions, and she was very upset they made her throw away some of her skincare that was over 3 ounces.
Read people.
So I don't know what real ID is either. This American thing?
Mm-hmm. You have
Okay.
to, yeah. You have to get it like by state. I mean, at least Texas has some sort of like a specific, like a star marking on your IDs,
On your license.
on your
Mm.
license, and you need it to be able to fly. I think they started it back in 2023 or 24 or something like that. I don't remember.
Interesting. And why is that?
I don't know. It's
Okay.
fraud maybe, or just like security purposes.
Oh, interesting. Point 2, Thursday night was country western theme. While most people were business casual, the interns showed up in a bandana tube top, micro skirt, cowboy boots, and cowboy hat. I pulled her aside and asked her if she wanted to change. She said no, she felt cute and on theme, which is at a work event. That's, a little
Read
crazy.
the room. Not only you should read policies, read the room, people. God damn it.
I mean, I get wanting to look good.
Sure.
but
Do that. Do
I mean,
that at a
not
bar.
At a, I
Yeah,
mean, just
afterwards.
anywhere else that's not
Yeah.
a business conference.
Company
on now.
event. Yeah. After the ceremony, I invited them to join me and some colleagues I knew from other companies in the hotel bar. They told me they wanted to check out Broadway instead. I made a face and said it was a good networking opportunity, and they made a "come on, mom" joke. I reminded them to be safe and mentioned the next morning's session. I texted them around 11 p.m. that night to check if they got back safely. No response. I texted them the next morning to meet for coffee. Still no response. I have no idea if they attended the sessions, and I found them in the hotel lobby looking hungover.
This is the last time this company's ever going to send junior employees.
After the event, I invited them to lunch with agency partners before our flight, and they declined, wanting to visit the Country Music Hall of Fame. I said okay, but reminded them I was leaving for the airport at 4 p.m. sharp.
I mean, I thought you have to, like, when you go on these work things, you have to be in the conference. No?
Yes.
At least
It's a
at some
company expense.
I don't think you're allowed to just treat it like a vacation.
I mean, yes and no.
I mean,
yes
like,
and no.
after all of the things,
Yes.
then you
can
can do whatever you want. I
Sure,
mean, but
right.
even then, you do the networking, like, you set up dinners to network.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then after that, then you could do whatever you want.
So I said okay, but reminded them we were leaving we were leaving for the airport at 4 p.m. sharp and to meet me in the lobby to share a lift. Here is the timeline of texts and events. At 3:45 p.m., I texted them, the lift is arriving in 15 minutes. No response. At 4 p.m., hey, the lift does arrive. I'm leaving for the airport. No response. At the airport, I texted, security at line is long. Again, no response. Later at the gate, I texted, please give me some sign of life. 10 minutes later, the intern replies, in the lift, there's traffic, then nothing else.
Sucks to suck.
Doors close, I put my phone in airplane mode. After landing, I get a barrage of texts saying, stranded in Nashville, don't know what to do or how to rebook, who to call. I get an angry voicemail from the specialist mom saying you abandoned my daughter, panicking and saying she was possibly trafficked.
Stop.
I call them back. No answer.
I would just screenshot the text, all the series of unanswered text messages.
For
Like,
real.
I mean, what more do you want?
What
I
am
mean,
I supposed to do?
You have an adult,
Yeah.
your adult daughter who's never been on a plane got trapped. I don't know.
Who's 25. Like, come on. I forward business travel info and after hours contacts. No response again. An hour later, I text again to check if they're okay. Still no response. I did not call them all back. I got a text from their director, who I don't know that well, saying, what's going on? I sent screenshots and a summary, including the voicemail. She replies, acknowledging my message with no follow-up. Now I've been invited to a Monday morning meeting with that director, their VP, and our C-suite leader. My VP is on PTO. My final thoughts are, I feel like these are adults and I was communicative. I'm not ultimately responsible for their decisions. So am I the asshole?
No.
Are you about to be fired though?
I hope not. I mean, you
better
have
not.
proof, right? You have proof.
Yeah,
that
they
you
have
texted
hella
them.
proof. Why I said like read the room earlier. That whole trip is for a networking event.
Yes.
All right. The company paid for your lodging. They paid for your transportation. Chances are you are getting some sort of per diem to eat or whatever to, spend some time there. That's your job. It just happens to be in another location. And on top of that, you have 2 adults that went to that trip. OP is not your fucking chaperone. And you are there for a business purpose and you're going to go and gallivant and do all those other shit that has nothing to do with what you came there for.
Man, that was peak Filipino parent right there. John.
Gallivanting, yeah.
That was crazy.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm ready, bro. I'm
that
ready.
was wild.
I'm just saying, man, like it's read the fucking room. And like, especially if you know that you are not someone who has traveled yet or not traveled a lot, you would think the first thing you would do is like research or at least ask someone who's familiar with how to do that. It's like, hey, this is my first time flying. Hell, there's people in companies that you can talk to. This is like, hey, is there a checklist that I need before I can like travel? What do I need? Shit and that. You're a fucking adult. Figure that shit out. What are you talking about, man?
Even to this day, I'll like constantly before a flight, I'll look up and just see like, oh yeah, these are the measurements I can't bring. Like suitcase size. Even though I've brought the suitcase on many different flights, I just double check. It's just a smart thing to do, I think.
Not gonna lie to you, I raw dogged the fuck out of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to read any of that.
John throws his stuff in a garbage bag and heads on the plane.
I bought a suitcase called the carry-on size, so if that's not allowed on the plane, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Depending on the airline, they're going to charge you still for that carry on.
They will.
I don't know.
now, yeah.
Yeah, they will. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I at least watch a couple TikToks. Like I'll watch. I won't read anything, but I'll watch a TikTok. And be like, hey, is this suitcase good for this airline?
This is the downfall of our species.
So,
I don't read anymore. I just watch.
I don't read. I
This
just watch a
man
TikTok.
has straight A's on his master's program, and he don't like to fucking read. It's crazy.
And
He
You know-
reads enough.
I read enough. I've seen the textbook. And then, even when I'm watching that TikTok, you think I'm watching full speed? Maybe I'm holding that finger down for 2x speed. I'm not trying to hear you discuss a bunch of shit. I just want to get my answer. But yeah, I mean, I could understand, like, the Real ID thing is stupid and new. I could be like confused on that. But truly, I mean, yeah, just like the basics. I mean, like you said, ask somebody, or like I'm saying, watch a quick TikTok that gives the basics. Do at least something. If you've never traveled. Like I don't like go on and like read a lot of stuff on the website, but I'll go on Reddit and be like, how's airport culture like in this country? You know what I mean? Like, should I, not prepared at all? What do I need to know? Type of thing. So I'll at least do that. The dumb man's way to travel. Yeah. But yeah, even besides all of the airport confusion, I can understand all of that. But then to like bring like a festival fit to a professional, I don't know why they're having a Go Western professional theme.
Yeah, a little weird, but
that's weird. I mean, I guess because it sounds like in Tennessee or
they're
whatever.
in
Nashville.
Nashville.
Right.
Yeah,
I
Tennessee.
mean, you can still be professional. Wear boots or something.
What you
but,
do
like,
is just wear your regular work outfit and then put a bandana around your neck.
or a
There
hat.
you
You did
go.
it. Or cowboy boots or a hat.
What do you call those? Bolo ties instead
Bolo
of like regular
ties.
ties or
Hell
something
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
bolo ties are fucking sick. I
They're
want
back.
one. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like everything that went on that trip, I don't know how OP can possibly be blamed for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got text messages like at 11 o'clock, be like, y'all good? So if you do get called in for a talk, I don't
I'm
see
throwing that
how you're
motherfuckers under the bus, bro. Are you
I
kidding
don't
me?
see how you're at fault at all, really.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is just protocol, like they have to, like HR is demanding a talk to happen just to get both sides of
Probably.
the story. Because I just don't know how you'd be in trouble at all. Like constantly, you're like, "Hey, you sure you don't want to go to the thing we were paid to do here?" Okay, you do that, but make sure you're back in time to do this thing that we have to do. Okay, you're gonna skip that too. Just make it to the goddamn plane. And then they didn't even do that. So truly, OP, you are innocent. I think you're fine.
And then I think the only other thing I would add on to that is that this is an award ceremony for OP.
Right.
I'm fucking busy doing this shit. Like I shouldn't have to worry about
Babysitting.
Yeah, I
Two
shouldn't have to worry
adults.
about two fucking adults that should be able to, handle themselves. And Reddit agreed and said not the asshole.
Good.
Now, this was originally posted, I think, on AITAH. However, it was taken down for some sort of fucking rule they broke. I have no idea.
Okay.
Who knows? Some of those subreddits have very strict rules. However, OP came to our subreddit and commented on the cross post to give us an update. Literally this afternoon, as I was putting the story together, I saw
The
this.
actual OP?
The actual OP.
Whoa. That's sick. All right, let's hear this.
So shout out Diligent Pineapple 35, who says, insert it's me wicked meme here. They say this whole fiasco has really challenged my Reddit skills. LOL. Here's my update after my meeting this morning. If there's a better place to post that won't get me put in Reddit jail, let me know. You're fine.
Ours.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah. Mid scores.
r/Reddit on Wiki.
Yes. So the meeting is over. The CMO didn't join. It was another VP and director, plus the internship coordinator who is in HR. The VP asked all the questions. It was over Teams, on camera, recorded, and almost comically formal, like I was being deposed or something. So this is what happened during the meeting. I was asked to recap what happened, starting from when we arrived. I was prepared and had all my key points. I kept it factual on my actions, no speculation on their actions. I shared my phone screen live, went through the text messages with timestamps and voicemail from the specialist's mom. I was asked if I had requested or encouraged the specialist to put any expenses on her purchasing card. This question took me by surprise, I said I didn't even ask or consider that she had a purchasing card. And besides the lift from the airport to the hotel, which I scheduled/paid for, I was never outside of the hotel/official conference activities with either specialist or the intern that would have required any sort of payment.
Actually, it is pretty surprising that a specialist does have a card.
Yeah.
Usually it's like managers and up.
I did say I would consider it to be her line manager's responsibility to make sure she understood our travel and expense policies prior to traveling.
Yep.
I was asked if at any point I had reached out to anyone at the office about anything that was transpiring, to which I said no. I certainly intended to when I returned, but we are talking about everything that happened within a 32-hour window. All while I was trying to focus on what I was sent there to do, participate as a panel at the conference, attend other presentations, take advantage of face-to-face time with our agency, and accepting my award. I said I felt it was reasonable to believe that any other attendees would have expectations for participation and outcomes set by their leadership team, especially when coming from another department where I wouldn't be knowledgeable about their goals and objectives. Similarly, if there were different expectations of me based on other co-attendees, I would expect that to be clearly communicated in advance. I was not asked if I thought intern and or specialist should receive any sort of reprimand, and I didn't feel comfortable trying to interject something like that based on the flow of the conversation. I'm under the impression that they're meeting with the specialists and interns separately, but my meeting was first. After the meeting, I debriefed with a trusted colleague who shared the following from Friday's water cooler chats.
That's where I get all my shit, baby. That's where everyone spills, and I'm like, what they say? I'm like, this is off the record. Well,
Yeah.
It's just between me and you.
I can't share anything because I'm in HR, but
I
you can tell me.
But tell me
Yeah.
everything though.
So they said, I definitely offended intern by pulling her aside about her outfit. She posted it to Snapchat with a caption about it, and some other interns/employees saw it. I'm dying to know exactly what it said, but Coworkers said everyone who did see it agreed it was inappropriate for a work event.
It's weird that all the coworkers are following each other on fucking Snapchat.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's
I hate that
crazy.
shit, especially
That's weird.
Snapchat. Ooh.
So this is the other point. Allegedly, the specialist's mom had once called the previous director about the specialist's working hours. It is known that several months ago, specialist was pulled off a highly profile project team. Apparently, when she was asked to put in some evening and weekend hours to meet a deadline, her mom called the director and complained. I don't know if I believe this to be true, but mom stepping in could be a pattern.
Bro, you are way too old to have mommy be calling you about shit.
That's
Come on
crazy.
now. 25?
Yeah. Speak up. Talk. If you don't want those hours,
Use
talk
your
about
big
it.
girl voice. You're an adult.
What I'm hoping helps validate my testimony, quote unquote, is that separately on Friday, one of my agency partners I was with emailed my CMO about a conversation we had after the ceremony on Thursday evening with some ideas he had. Typical agency salesy type stuff, but he also unknowingly corroborated my alibi on Thursday night. So that's where we are. Last night I had convinced myself this would all result in me receiving a big apology or acknowledgement of wrongdoing, and that I shouldn't have had to deal with this, etc. But I didn't, which makes me feel this is still a bit unresolved. I did send all my notes to my VP on Sunday, but his PTO is medical related, and I know he's not able to check in, so just keeping my head down until I hear anything else. And that is the update directly from OP.
You know, I would think they'd have a little bit of like responsibility if those were his direct reports. But no. Opie has nothing to do with those two, man.
Zero
Literally
relation.
Yeah.
Because then, look, what they were saying, right, in the update, it was up to their line manager, whoever their manager was, to brief them about, like, hey, this is what the expectations are during this event. Had it been, like I said, if it was him being the direct report between these two, then that conversation would be like, all right, did you even prepare them for this trip? Because that's your responsibility as a leader, as a manager. No responsibility, not even in the same scope of teams. Like, why is there anything that OP needs to be done to fucking accommodate these two people who don't know what the fuck they're doing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And don't seem to care
Yeah.
At all.
They don't care about the work at all. They didn't go to anything. So I don't know.
I just fear that if a mom is calling on behalf of their child, is that not like a weird,
They must know
terrible
somebody
offense?
within the company, bro.
Like, what is? Yeah,
Yeah, it could be.
They're probably like a Nepo baby.
Well,
probably.
maybe. Yeah, that's possible as well.
Because it's just like, I can't imagine, like, if I heard my coworker's mom called to complain, it'd be like, you're still here? That's you didn't get That's so strange, I feel.
It is.
Also, I can't stand those two people because they're ruining it for everybody.
Oh yeah.
For like those
Oh,
travels.
Yeah. No
Ah,
junior
pisses me off.
associate or whatever they
Pisses
are
me
will
off.
ever go on a conference again.
Mhm.
Super unfortunate. Okay, boys. Let's finish it off here with this one. It's also a little on the longer side, but we should be able to get through it pretty quickly. It's cross-posted by Sleeping Lower Score Mouse 22, which is a first for me, I believe.
Mm.
And the title is, Am I overreacting for wanting to end my marriage after what my husband did during our, quote, break?
Ooh, I'm not gonna
Oh.
lie. I picked this one for the live, so I
Oh,
know
did you?
it. Yeah.
But
But so I won't spoil anything.
okay.
Okay. So I guess it's up to me to make a prediction.
Yes, sir.
Your was it the husband and wait, OP is the wife?
Yes.
But,
Okay, so
Well, yeah.
husband pulled a Ross and said we were on a break type shit. And look at you can see Kevin's butt. Hi Kevin.
Oh yeah. Hi, Kevin. Yes, but basically it's appearing like they pulled a Ross.
Yeah.
Before we get into this one, there is a trigger warning for talks of stillbirth. So
Mm.
Oh no.
if you're not comfortable hearing that and you're a patron, you can skip to the patron stories. If not, we will see you on Monday. But just a heads up for that. All right. So I, 25 female, and my husband, 27 male, have been married for 2 years, together for 5. We married young, but we were both ready emotionally and financially, and we both wanted a big family. I got pregnant last year, and about 6 months ago, I had a stillbirth at 5 months. It happened after a fall. My husband slipped on the stairs, fell on me, and we both tumbled down.
Damn.
It was a freak accident. I don't blame him, but I was struggling not to at that point. And I had to be rushed to the hospital, and we lost the baby. The physical recovery was painful, and emotionally, I was a mess. I was grieving, traumatized, and mentally not okay. I asked for space. I told him I wanted to stay with my parents for a while to heal and process everything. I started therapy and encouraged him to do the same. I was gone for about 2.5 months, trying to recover emotionally, physically, and mentally. Eventually, I moved back in. We resumed therapy together. Things were still heavy, but I thought we were trying to move forward. That's when he told me, very guiltily, that while I was away, he hooked up with another woman because we were on a break.
Oh, here we go. All right, Ross.
Yeah, this is worse than Ross.
Yeah. The break was a result of extremely traumatic
And
experience.
yeah.
And they're
Ugh.
married. I don't think
Yeah.
Ross and Rachel were
Oh,
married
yeah.
at that
Ross and
point.
Rachel
true,
were just
true.
dating.
So, like, how do you go on a break when you're married? I was shocked, hurt, numb. We are married. We weren't on a break like some high school relationship. I went to stay with my parents to grieve our child, not to, quote, take a break from the relationship. I never once implied it was okay to sleep with other people. And he never asked or clarified. He just decided that's what space meant. To make it worse, he waited 1.5 months after I came back to confess. That tells me he knew exactly what he was doing. He hid it. He lied by omission for weeks. I left immediately. I booked a hotel for like 3 days, cut everyone off. I didn't want to talk to my parents or friends because I knew they'd try to convince me to forgive him. Right now, I'm staying with my brother for like 2 weeks. I've even stopped therapy. Everything feels pointless right now. He's been apologizing nonstop, saying we can fix this, we can keep going to counseling, and we can rebuild. He's even involved with both of our parents. Now everyone, his parents, my parents, are saying I should give him a chance. That this is his way of grieving on his own, and that it
Ew.
wasn't cheating because we were apart. But I can't look at it that way. I feel betrayed. I think he made a choice, and I don't feel any desire to fight for this marriage anymore. Everyone except my brother is making me feel like I'm overreacting and that divorce is too far-fetched. So am I overreacting?
No.
No.
What the fuck? Stop weaponizing grief as an excuse to, cheat. Yes, it makes you, question reality sometimes and it makes you feel strong emotions, but it's not like only one person experienced this. Both of y'all experienced loss. And your wife was like, hey, I just need some space to process this because this was a difficult situation. Her having to go to a hospital and, experience that, the removal process of it, not only is possibly physically painful, but that's emotionally draining for her, and you could have just the husband could have been supportive. Like, right. Like, I understand the grief aspect of it, but your coping mechanism is to fucking cheat? Man, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I feel like we say there is no wrong way to grieve. Well, we found it. We found the wrong way to do it.
This is the wrong way.
We found the wrong way to fucking grieve. I thought it needed to not be said, but cheating on your spouse, I don't think is the
wrong way.
I don't think that's the right way to do it. If there's one thing I could pull from this is feel like it would be, it sounds like maybe OP, said they needed space, but didn't really like
communicate what that space meant.
Well, I mean, communicate what the space meant, but also like communicate like if your partner who also lost a child is okay with the space, or like how could they both grieve in a way that is because once you're married, I think, I feel like it would be hard for me to just be like, I need to not see you. And again, maybe it's different because like, even though the unsaid part is, I imagine they're both, a little piece of them, both are blaming OP's husband for the slip and fall.
Yeah.
Even, because you can't, and you can't do that. I mean, it's truly a freak accident.
Right.
But you can imagine there's probably a little piece of both of them where they're just like, oh my God, like this, is because of him. Even though that's, again, it's a freak accident. You can't blame yourself for that.
Yeah.
So,
but it's like, it's in response to trauma. It's like, you're working your way through that. And yeah, that's not the correct, like, it is not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
But being put through that and like reacting immediately afterwards, being like, fuck, I got to work through this. Like, I'm blaming my husband right now and it's not his fault. And I've got to work through that on my own. And so sorry, continue on. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. It's just, I wish maybe there was some kind of compromise. Maybe therapy immediately needed to be done. Because I could imagine where, and again, I really hate defending OP's husband. But I could imagine OP's husband, in his darkest moment, which is now, feeling abandoned. For sure. Does that give him carte blanche to fucking cheat? Of course not. No. But I could imagine in his darkest moment, he's like, my one person is gone, which would feel really shitty. Again, does not an excuse to fucking cheat. So that is the only defense I will say of him. Again, not defending the cheating, but just defending the being
abandoned.
Not defending, not defending the cheating because there's nothing that would defend that. But just to be like,
if I don't know if I missed this completely, but with it, you said it was like 2 months, right, Josh? Like that they did not speak, or 2.5 months. Yeah. So was there like any communication at all between that time, or it was just like radio silence?
No, presumably there was communication.
But nothing was mentioned.
Yeah.
Right.
But like, it didn't say she cut him off. It just said she went to stay at her parents for 2.5 months to kind of work through her shit.
Because if it was like the optics was like, all right,
if she stopped talking to him directly,
like completely, then I kind of agree with what Sean is saying.
So let me hop in here with the edit here, John.
Okay, perfect.
That is a good question. So edit, honestly, I'm now just realizing he may have felt abandoned and I did a poor job there. Thanks for pointing that out. We were still in contact. He never said it, or in counseling. But again, maybe he felt like he can't do that. I can't read his mind though. I was away for him too, but we both had family there for us. So I never thought of it as abandoning him. Still, I feel things would have only gotten worse if I hadn't taken that time. And I don't think I'd change that. This does help me forgive him, not stay and move on. I don't think of him as some sort of monster for doing this.
Yeah, I'm fully in agreement of, in fact, I don't even know if I would forgive him, but for sure don't feel bad about divorcing.
No. Yeah, and so I went to the comments, and it's funny because most of the top comments are reacting to what I assume was a wave of negative comments towards OP, being like, "You abandoned your husband. It's fine that he did this. This is coping. It's his way of coping, or whatever."
What?
There's no way to excuse cheating. Guys.
No,
I don't.
But I do love the way.
Get a divorce,
yeah,
right? If that's what you need to do. Get a divorce.
Or talk to her. Be like, hey, I really feel abandoned right now. Like, I feel like I need something from like some sort of like communication, or like, some sort of something. I need something. Like, just communicate to your wife.
Because OP communicated the way she wants to be able to handle this.
Yes.
Like that was her way of like, hey, this is what's gonna heal me and fix me.
Yes.
He didn't say shit.
No.
Yeah.
He just said, I'm going to have sex
Fuck
with
another
someone
girl.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Truly, if he had an issue with the break, he really should have just, like what you guys said, communicated that off the rip.
Yes. Yes. And I will say that most of the newest comments and the most upvoted comments now are saying not overreacting to like OP. And then like clarifying like it was a lot of women who have experienced miscarriage or stillbirth and like going through like, no, you guys don't understand what she's going through. Like she is,
No, for sure.
you know, this is traumatizing. Like your body changes as if you've gone through like birth and that like, you know, your clothes don't fit. You're going through like postpartum, you know, your boobs swell, you still lactate. And like everything that you're going through with your body reminds you of that moment. And so it's like, as traumatizing it is for the man, and it is like, it is a life-changing, altering thing. Like our bodies stay the same. It's not like we're constantly reminded by our own body.
A man will never fully
never.
Right.
understand.
Yeah, there was the removal.
They will grieve. We're not trying to belittle.
No,
you're losing a kid, but just like there's no comparison. I
can't
imagine
traumatizing things you can go through, but just like times it by 10 for women who are going through that, like with their body constantly reminding them of that. It's just it's awful, and so I think a lot of the comments clarified that, and I think a lot of people read that and digested it, and now most of the comments are positive towards OP.
Good.
So yeah, heavy one to end on, but we'll hit the Patreon.
I might get ripped to shreds for trying to not defending that man.
No. I think what you're saying is true. Like he could have felt abandoned, but again,
but he's got to communicate that.
And that's a valid feeling, but there was not a single green light for him to stick his pee in someone.
No.
I mean, there never is.
There never is.
We really fucking hate cheaters on this podcast.
Yes, we do.
I mean, oh God. Like when it comes to TV shows, if somebody cheats on a show, I'm like, well, no longer a fan of that character.
Yeah. All right, Wikimaniacs. That is it for today's episode. Thank you very much for sticking by and listening to those long stories today. Let us know what you thought about the longer stories. If you like them, we'll do more of them. Give us a like, subscribe, wherever you listen to the podcast. If you really want more, go to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. Sign up today.
Extra 30 minutes if you're not a patron.
On a Patreon.
We do, yes. So if you didn't get enough today, we get an extra 30 minutes there. And you can sign up for the new $15 tier if you would like the call-in show, as well as gaming streams.
As well as
15% off on merch.
Yeah, 15% off on the merch store.
And you can thank Double J's for that. I was trying to nickel and dime y'all bitches.
We were fighting Sean for that one.
We fought Sean, baby. We're like, they deserve more.
Yeah.
Sean was like,
really?
no.
I don't think so, but prove me wrong.
So go check that out at patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. We also have a $5 and $10 tier if you would like something a little less. But yeah, go check it out. Is there anything else? Oh, new Honka Honka merch on the Reddit on wikishop.com. Go check that out. Thank you, Rachel, for designing that. Very cute merch. I love the look of it. Go check it out and get some. Half of the profits will be going to a good cause that's voted on by our patrons. So
put it up sometime next week.
We could also just pull from the same post that we have.
Not true though.
Just go to the next upvoted one.
Liked, yeah.
Just less work on our patrons who do a lot of work.
True.
So yeah, go check that out. Reddit on wikishop.com. Boys, is there anything else before we close out this extra long episode today?
Close it.
All right. Thank you, John and Sean, for coming on, giving your takes. And thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Get therapy.